Good morning, Simon reporting with a little update from Driving Spirit. This is really just a look through some of the vehicles that we have got in and on the go at the moment, and so I like to share these things. So let's have a little look, shall we? This is the Triumph Vitesse that's featured in a recent video, and we've made some improvements on this and prepared it for sale, and now it's going off to a classic car auction today. So this will be leaving us. This Peugeot 125 compressor, that's a supercharged 125cc scooter. We were commissioned to do quite a bit of work to it, an engine rebuild and one or two other bits. This, as I say, it's got a supercharger on it. So down here, lurking on the top of the transmission case, is this supercharger unit. This is a very rare scooter. Unfortunately, however, parts supply for it is a nightmare, and so really all we've ended up doing is stripping the engine, finding we can't get parts, lapping the valves in and putting it back together. So we've got the Triumph Vitesse, and then let's go through and see the other vehicles. This Citroen DS Super 5, that's a 2.1 litre DS with a 5-speed gearbox. Now this has, the main part of the work on this has been to replace basically the boot area, the inner wings, the boot floor, the rear panel, and you can see in here where that's all shiny, slightly dusty at the moment, but being put back together now. We've used a black truck bed liner coating called Raptor to give that coupled with black paint to give a final finish. Very, very tough. So we will be rust proofing it as well, but there are further works to do, a bit of work on the door bottoms and front wings and stuff like that. We've got something like a 1960 Vespa VBA. So that will be, that's just in for preparing really for use. Here we have, well, this car's curiously named Sammy's Kiss. Anyway, this is a bespoke dolly kind of theme, based on the 2CV that the chef James Martin bought from the previous chef, character chef, Keith Floyd. And so we had a look at those two colours, and I kind of proposed that maybe it would look more congruent as a dolly. So we've done that, and customers basically very happy with the car, but it's come back because there was water ingress. So currently we've got the dashboard off the car, but as of yesterday it seems we've fixed that. So that is all done. So we'll just pop the keys in that one. Ready. A lot of cars going out today. This is not one of them, but the yard is going to look very much different by the time we've finished. So this 2CV, that's been in for a leak from the brake master cylinder, for a seat runner repair, and for a little bit of rust that was happening on the driver's door, which we've dealt with. And then here we have a car very much taking me back to my boyhood again, just like the Vitesse did. Morris Minor Traveller, great colour for it. I'm going to drive this today and do a little video of this, and I've never driven a Morris Minor before, so we have done, sorry about my shadow here, we have done a repair on this, replacing the lower door skin on the outside. We've also done some repairs on the front wings, where there was a little bit of rust. The car's basically, it presents very well indeed, but there were one or two things letting it down. So today we're going to have a drive of that, and which of course I'm delighted to share with you. That's the other matching front wing repair that we've done. I can just see a shadow in the paint where the new paint just shows, but I think that's pretty presentable. So yeah, it's going to be a very empty yard by the end of the day, but we'll try very hard to get a video of this Minor in before the day is done, and so stand by for that. Bernard, our 1977 Citroen AKS 400 continues to feature. We are very much looking forward to getting him finished, and I think really ultimately he will be sold. The original plan was to have a company van as a promotional vehicle, and it's a lovely idea, but I think having spent a lot of money on rebuilding Bernard so far, and then of course we've yet to finish with all the paintwork and other panels, but I think probably it's going to be commercially sensible to find a buyer. But anyway, there we are, there's Bernard. And then finally we have this. Now, I don't know if you can recognize what this is, but it's actually a 1964 Piaggio Arpe 400 175cc. And so we're in the process of getting this working. Currently we have the wiring loom. I've pretty much finished the wiring loom. The thing's in an absolute state here, but the wiring itself is actually quite neat and done. And behind here, new wiring loom installed. Down there, the junction box and voltage regulator. We have a spark, we have fuel, we have a clean carburetor dispensing the fuel, but we have no desire for the engine to fire up. And we've done a compression test and found that the compression's low, and we suspect that is the fault. So yeah, I guess in future we'll have a video of this running, but let's see. Finally, before we get to driving the Minor, there is this. Now this D, looking very sorry for itself at the moment. I mean, it looked pretty sorry for itself when it came in. This is going into the workshop. We've got to get it safe before we can then proceed to removing the roof, which is pretty much ready to remove. And the reason for that is because we have some very serious rust on the cant rails and the windscreen frame. It's absolutely rotten, and we've got new panels here to rebuild that section. So there is plenty of work to be done on this car. This is a DS BVH. Now, that's an acronym for a French a French nomenclature. These are great words for early on a Wednesday morning, I'm sure you'll agree. And BVH in French stands for boîte vitesse hydraulique. And this car has right here the hydraulic gear change, which so if I just move that over this way, it operates the starter motor, whether the ignition is on or off, and it's off at the moment. And then when the engine has started, you've got the gears selected by simply flicking this wand. That's first. No, that's not. Sorry, that's first. That is reverse. So first, second, third, and fourth. Now these BVH, boîte vitesse hydraulique, DS's, if you like, that was how the car was launched, with hydraulic everything, suspension, brakes, steering, all high pressure hydraulic, but then also the clutch and gear change hydraulic as well. So it's a 2-pedal car like an automatic, but it's a semi-automatic. And when the car is running and the hydraulic system pressurized, simply pressing the brake pedal and engaging that wand will declutch the car, select a gear, and as you lift off the brake, the idle speed raises, and that allows the centrifugal regulator to engage the clutch. Very, very clever system, which debuted in 1955. You'll have seen before when I've spoken about these cars. They are awe-inspiring. Very, very special thinking by Citroen, and a total pioneering of brand new technology. So very excited to recommission this beautiful old girl. I mean, she does look tired, but the owner loves her and is prepared to go the distance with her to get things sorted out. So that's what we'll be doing. Okay, so catch you soon for the test drive. That's going to be fun. So we have a British Leyland pull and lock joke, which doesn't lock. And now we've got that lovely Morris Minor stroke noise. That's the noise right there. Fabulous, the trombone sound of a Morris Minor. That's got it in spades. That is so good. I can't wait to drive this thing. we go, baby. There it is, up at the back. Woo. And up at the front. And out we go. All move. So, how to do a cold start on a 2CV. From the factory, a new car would always start full choke like that. Found that actually in recent times they prefer, in most circumstances, to have the choke somewhere around about there. And check it's in neutral. No pedal pressing, turn the key. Just like that. And generally speaking, that's how it is. Simples. So very English. Okay, let's take this lovely old thing for a test drive, like Auntie Doris. Let's go. Okay. Oh yes, pedals are in a different place. Off we go. So I say Auntie Doris in the Morris. One can't help but reminisce about one's childhood when driving a car like this, and my abiding memories of Morris Minors were, firstly, how dependable they were. Secondly, absolutely the trombone noise from the exhaust. Like that. And thirdly, being in long traffic queues behind a Morris Minor travelling at 30 miles per hour. Oh, these noises. The whine of the gearbox, the rasp of the exhaust, followed by the trombone. Whoops. There we go. Oh, this is very nice. This is very nice. This is not a video about the history of the Morris Minor. I know very little, but I do know that the Morris Minor apparently was too narrow or something when it was conceived, and they had to widen it, and that's why there's a band up the bonnet and 4 inches added to it and a join in the bumpers on early ones. I don't know whether that's folklore, but I think it's true. I love this. I'm just going to indicate the wrong way so you can just see the flashing. Look at that, isn't that lovely? The flashing indicator stalk. I think they had them on minis as well in the day. This is a 1967 example. The last thing. Oh, this is so nice. The last thing we did on the vehicle after doing the bodywork was to do a very thorough Dynex, Bilthamber Dynex rust proofing treatment. And I'm going to close the window just for the moment. And very fast acting windows. And actually there's a delightful smell of barbecued sheep from under the car at the moment as the Bilthamber is burning off the hot bits, and baking on, perhaps it's baked sheep. Anyway, it's wonderful. Oh, this, I've never driven a Morris Minor before, and this is a treat. Totally standard, this car, as far as I know, so the brakes are typically ineffective, as they would have been in 1967, but adequate for the task. The steering is vague, as it would have been in 1967. The engine is just solid and dependable, and it just sounds and acts like a Morris Minor. It's a really smooth engine, actually. This A-series engine was a wonder, and very highly regarded. I'm going to open the window again because as we're barbecuing a sheep under the car at the moment, it is firm press on those brakes. Subaru Outback, rare beast around these parts, mighty fine car. Trombone, yep. It's the car of the vicar's wife. It's the car of the Mothers Union representative. It's yeah, Auntie Doris, Auntie Hilda, it's their car. Auntie Doris in her Morris. Well, I have to say, this is a real treat. I'm delighted to find that actually a Morris Minor is a lovely thing to drive. It really is. So often you can drive a car that you've always admired and find that actually the driving experience is disappointing. To my absolute horror, I was disappointed the first time I drove a Porsche 911 SC. I love 911s. I want to drive another one and like it, but I was disappointed and really surprised about a month later to drive a Series 1 Lotus Esprit and find it was amazing and I loved it. It's funny, isn't it? But this is a joyous thing to drive. It's yeah, the brakes are absolutely terrible, but it's lovely and smooth. It's actually quite quiet inside, and just that lovely rasp from the Morris Minor exhaust. Oh, sorry to keep going. I'm not sorry. I am not sorry to keep going on about it. It's one of the standout features of a Morris Minor. And at the end of this drive, my cameraman is going to go around the back of the vehicle and we'll just enjoy a little trombone symphony. The Morris Minor Trombone Concerto. So let's have that little trombone concerto right now. The Morris Minor, ladies and gentlemen, the Morris Minor Traveller indeed. Simon from Driving Spirit. Have a blessed day, and I hope you've enjoyed this car fest that we've had today. Bye for now.